Greetings, YouTube. The Doctor is in. Dr. Urias Papers here, coming at you with another commentary on Dungeons and Dragons. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you like this episode. And if you like this video, hit the like button. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave a question or comment. All right, it is time for another installment of the Doctor Spell Prognosis. Today we are talking about the spell Mage Armor, first level spell Mage Armor. We are giving this a solid B. And there we're going to talk a little bit about how this can be used by some other classes other than Sorcerer and Wizard. But to start out with, it is usable by Sorcerers and Wizards. It's a first level spell that does not require concentration, which is great, and it lasts for 8 hours, which is also great. One action touch, verbal, somatic, and material components. And so that's it for the base stats. So you touch a willing creature who isn't wearing armor, and a protective magical force surrounds it until the spell ends. The target's base AC is 13 plus its dexterity modifier. The spell ends if it dons any armor or if you dismiss the spell as an action. So this is not a self spell. This is a touch spell, and you can put it on other creatures, which is awesome. So first off, it's a pretty good spell for a wizard or a sorcerer. Now, what is the equivalent of an AC 13 plus dex modifier as far as putting armor on? Well, that is a chain shirt. Chain shirt is 13 plus dex modifier, maximum of 2. Maximum of 2. So that means you could have a wizard who puts mage armor on, gets a 13, and has an 18 dex for a 17. In addition, you could also, instead of thinking it this way, if you had a wizard who was a blade singer, so let's look at that. Blade singer, blade singer, blade singer. When you are blade singing, your AC, you gain a bonus to your AC equal to your intelligence modifier. So if you had, God forbid, an 18 in a dex and an 18 in intelligence. You could have an 18 in intelligence and a 16 in dex. So if you had, let's say you had 16 in dex, you would have a 16 armor class, plus 4 would be a 20. So a 20 armor class in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition is actually a really, really good, armor class. Now, this doesn't say anything about wielding a shield either. So, wielding a shield is not donning armor. So, now that is to say wizards and sorcerers can't actually use shields, but they, you might have somebody who's crossed over a little bit and multi-classed. That would be another 2 on top of that armor class would make it a 22. So that's pretty good. Plus, later in levels with rings of protection and cloaks of protection and things like that, that goes up even more. Now, what other classes could benefit from this? Well, we got the Barbarian. The Barbarian has this thing that's unarmored defense. So while you're not wearing any armor, your armor class is equal to 10 plus your dex modifier plus your con modifier. You can use shield and still gain this benefit. So the mage armor bumps this up by 3. So then it becomes 13 plus dex plus con, and you can use a shield. Monk also has unarmored defense. This bumps it to 13 if you were to cast mage armor on a monk, plus dex plus wisdom modifier. So you could see where we're going with this. This actually can get pretty good for these classes. You could have a barbarian, or you could have a wizard or a monk who gets magical initiate and takes this particular spell just to bump their armor class. Now, for a wizard or a sorcerer just walking around, typically if you're a very kind of straightforward wizard or sorcerer, you're not going to have that much dexterity, and so you're going to have better than 10. Let's say you got a +1. A 14 is better than an 11. And you can't wear armor. So, I guess that's pretty good. So, all right, that's what I got for everybody today. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I will catch everybody later.